changed everything. The way I walk, the way I breathe. Will my fate shift into the night? But here I am, same old thing. Sinking deep, no ecstasy. Reality hard to live in life. If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, it won't be as simple for you.
Yo, guys. Old Man G here, back again. We've got another United Forum show today. This time it's a special edition reacting to the Champions League. So far, I'm joined by Factos and Samasi. There are certain people that said that they were going to show up as well. I'm not going to name any names, but a certain person said he was going to be here. We'll still wait.
You're a coward. You're a coward.
We're still waiting for him. So I have faith that he will turn up today, guys. But if you're new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter on X and smash the notification button, latest night news, etc., etc. But first and foremost, guys, Factos, Samasi, how you guys doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Why are these Liverpool fans ducking the smoke today? This is not fair. We showed up after we got battered by Brighton and Brentford.
The beast.
Yeah. Ariam, a lot of people seem to just, King Stash, thank you for the quick super chat, man. Appreciate it. Bro, you predicted 3/4 of the Group H teams. Yeah, I went back actually in the stream and looked at my predictions for the group stage, and actually, I think it was PSG, Juve, and Benfica. I think so. Yeah, I think I actually got all three of them. So that was a bit weird. But let's be real. PSG are going to loop. Well, yeah, PSG are going to lubricate the group. They should lubricate the group. They should lubricate the group, especially. Let me get this team up. I don't know how many. I think I saw on Twitter that already Maccabi Haifa guys have already sent DMs and personal messages to Messi and Neymar to get their shirts. I mean, you're probably that's the club we're thinking, right? Messi and Neymar and Mbappe are probably going to put at least 6 or 7 past these guys both legs. So maybe that's why Cristiano.
You mean Wi-Fi? You mean Wi-Fi?
What? Well, I mean. They surely mustn't be that bad for them to have actually qualified for the Champions League, but
That's why I think Ronaldo's going to Sporting. He's not gonna let Messi score more goals than him in the UCL. He's gone.
Is it mad that I think that maybe because obviously Ronaldo's still waiting for this announcement? It said specifically 2 weeks' time. So is it mad that you were thinking that Ronaldo actually wanted to see the Champions League draw to see which team he could go to. So they can potentially qualify for the next round. So Sporting is actually a pretty good shout because Sporting could potentially qualify from that group. So if Ronaldo joins Sporting, then his Champions League legacy is assured. And he probably could score against likes of Frankfurt and Marseille and so on. So you don't know.
When Group C Steph Group D is live, everyone could get out of that group. Even Frankfurt.
Say that again, Massey, sorry?
I would say when group C C is the group of death, then group D is the group of life. Everybody could get out of that
Get through for that.
group.
Well, let's actually. I mean,
In
let's.
Frankfurt,
Sorry. Even though Frankfurt
I
could
said,
get,
yeah.
Frankfurt could get out from that group. King Stash again says if it was Juventus, Benfica, Maccabi Haifa, yes, I remember now. Thanks for finding me, King Stash. Honestly, yep, I've done it. Low key, this is a good draw for EPL Cubs. Yeah, I mean we'll talk about that actually. So let's actually react to just while we wait for of us joining us, but I'll just go around to you guys, and we'll start from A to H. Just just our sort of predictions, and then maybe afterwards, after we do that, we actually consider like which countries or leagues are actually going to do like better, like overall in the Champions League. So let's start with obviously Group A: Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. So Factos first, like this group. I mean, obviously Liverpool in this group. Is this like an easy dub for Liverpool going through, or how do we think about this one?
I'll be honest with you. I didn't pay attention to the Champions League draw because obviously my team is not in it. So I really don't care. But when I look at this, there's a lot of easy groups, like obviously Rangers. How are Rangers in the Champions League? A Scottish team is in the Champions League. You got a Virgin team.
So was Celtic.
Celtic in the champ. Oh my god!
Yeah,
no, we need a Super League. I'm sorry,
They both qualified. Yes.
We need a Super League. We got Victoria Pleasant.
Celtic have a Champions League, so relax.
I know, but like they're irrelevant nowadays. I can't even tell you a Celtic player right now.
There's certain big clubs though that don't have Champions Leagues. So for me, if you have a Champions League, your Champions League royalty, you need to win the competition before you can say that you're a big.
So
club.
What? Nottingham Forest needs to be in here. Is what you're saying?
I'm saying Nottingham Forest a bigger club than PSG. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm
sending shots. Okay, on the real, when it comes to Group A, I think it's a slam dunk for Liverpool, and maybe I'm hearing that Napoli's got a wicked player who's like supposed to be the next best thing, and obviously got Ndombele there as well. So I might just pip them to beat Ajax because Ajax have lost a lot of their good players. And they got Steven Bergwijn, and I think Ziyech is going back there. So I don't know how good they're going to be, but I feel like that's going to be a slam dunk for Liverpool. Mo Salah is going to start pad, probably score like 11 goals in the group stages.
I mean, is it going to be? I mean, you saw what happened to Liverpool when they played their Milnerson midfield with Elliott. Do you think it's going to be, if they have that midfield? I mean, of course, you still got Thiago and Fabinho to come back properly.
Listen, Liverpool, let's not disrespect them because right now they have a wounded animal. I don't know if you're going to speak about them later on, but I am very much scared for them and their season. I feel like their players, the attitude that they're showing, Virgil van Dijk is defending like he's a mermaid or something like that. Like it's ridiculous. And you got Trent as well doing a madness. So I feel like they might just maybe focus their eyes on the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Like let's just give it our all because if Klopp wins another Champions League, you can still have the debate of Klopp and Pep. Whereas if he doesn't win anything else, I feel like Pep will just, he'll take that with him. And Klopp did promise Liverpool another final. He said they should book the hotel tickets to Istanbul. So maybe they'll take the competition seriously. So, I feel like they will definitely win this group without a shadow of a doubt. They'll probably put 4 or 5 past Rangers or Ajax or even Napoli. Because teams from the continent, they don't attack Liverpool in the same way that Premier League teams attack them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They tend to be a little bit more tactical. They're not explosive on the counter, so it suits Liverpool's game to a T. So I see them walking all over this group. If I'm being honest. And
then second team, which second team from this group do you think will qualify?
Yeah, I feel like it will be between Napoli and Ajax. I'm just gonna give. I don't know what Ajax are like nowadays, man. I'll say Napoli.
I mean Ajax with Anthony. I think the key is if Ajax lose Anthony. I think if Ajax lose Anthony, then that would be
right. He's going, man. Anthony's on his way, bro. He's gone, man.
Well, his manager doesn't think so. His manager thinks that he's staying at the football club. So
Bro, when players start behaving like this, it only leads one way, man. He's gone. He's gone.
Samasi, what do you think about this group? Do you think that
I
who do you think get qualified?
it could get difficult if Wilnerson starts in the midfield. I think then it gets difficult. But I think the Rangers will not be a problem. The problem for them could be Napoli. They had actually a good start to the season. They won 4-0 against Monza, so they're in a really good form. And it could be a loss against Napoli. So I think they're still gonna be the first in the group, but it's not gonna be easy packing for them. So I think the first one will be Liverpool and the second Napoli.
I mean, I actually think that people are underestimating. Maybe it's just my personal opinion, but I think that people are underestimating Rangers, especially. No, let me land. Okay, first and foremost, this is a team because if people recall, Villarreal, well, they won, I guess, the Europa League, got to final in the Europa League the season before, and then what happened? The season afterwards, they got to the Champions League semi-final.
They won the Europa League, bro.
I know
they didn't lose it.
I didn't want to say that.
You should have said Eintracht Frankfurt then, innit? No, Rangers.
No, but the point is that both teams that played in that final progressed to the Champions League group stages. So
United and Villarreal.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
The point is that it's not a fluke. At the end of the day, and bearing in mind that they beat two German teams in RB Leipzig and Dortmund, who are both obviously in the Champions League, to get to the final as well. So I think that it's a bit, and especially because at their record at Ibrox is actually very, very good. So I think it's a bit too premature to assume that Rangers are going to be the whipping boys of this group and they're going to be sort of. I think that certainly at Ibrox, Rangers will be a tough cookie. Away from home, okay, it's a bit different. Liverpool, Anfield, etc. So, but Ibrox will be difficult for any team.
You know what it is with Rangers? They are the ultimate British passion merchants, innit? You're right, especially when they're playing at home. Like when they get their fans behind them, like that atmosphere, they cheer for anything, bro. They'll cheer for a throw-in, they'll cheer for a foul. So I get what you're saying. Like it could get nasty for teams at their home ground.
Exactly.
But I just feel like Napoli, bro. Have you seen Napoli's? Have you seen Napoli's atmosphere? It's crazy as well. If I'm being honest with you. So, but then Napoli have lost a lot of good players as well. Like Insigne is gone. If I'm right, Insigne is gone. Koulibaly is gone.
Of course,
gone,
So yeah, maybe I don't know, bro. Liverpool will slam dunk the league, the group though. So
they should. I just think it might be a lot closer than people think. So, but let me just quickly read some comments quickly. Loki is a good draw for the EPL clubs. I see all 4 EPLs advancing. Tottenham has no excuses. Napoli versus Rangers is an interesting matchup. Yeah, I think so too. King Stash, on current form, doesn't look like Liverpool will top the group. I mean, like I said, we'll see with Liverpool. We'll see. Liverpool advance with Napoli, which says SMB. I think it's if Ajax lose Anthony, they are finishing last. Anfield on a UCL night will shake up the opposing team's equivalent if you're not experienced, and that is true. Although, again, I still think it depends on who's playing in that midfield. I don't care what atmosphere you have. If you play Milner, as King said, if you play Milner, Henderson, RV Elliott, then they won't make it out of the group. No Mane, no Party. Also, what happened to Jota? Low-key, they should have kept the Origi and Ronaldo. I don't know what. I think Jota's injured, which doesn't help. League form doesn't translate to UCL forms. I agree. But you still have to factor in the players that are playing. So while league form doesn't translate to Champions League form, like for example, Chelsea will miss Kante. So as they missed him against Leeds. Did Rangers qualify on season? No, because what changed this season was obviously because of the Russian situation. They were expelled from all footballing competitions, so the coefficient went up, which basically meant Scotland were just under Russia's coefficient. So essentially, what happened was Celtic in the Scottish League got the automatic group stage spot, and then the second place team had to go for a playoff. Whereas beforehand,
I know it's a controversial opinion, but don't you think they should have just given it to a fifth Premier League team or something?
I mean, they're effectively doing that.
Come on, man. Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
No.
Like, do you really want to watch the second team in Scotland or anything? Like, it's supposed to be the Champions League, the best teams in Europe.
They deserved it.
I mean, Celtic. Sorry, go on, Samasi. Go on.
Who was the fifth in the EPL last
was
season?
Arsenal. I'd rather see Arsenal than Rangers or Celtic.
Okay, just for banter reason, see Arsenal get in the UCL would be funny. Yeah, for Arsenal, I would make an exception.
Yeah,
but,
just to see.
In general,
go on.
No.
But no, just in answer to the King Stash question, they didn't. Liverpool versus Rangers going to be battle. That'll be interesting because Rangers are gonna fight during that battle. It's going to be really, really intense. So SMB, I think we could even see more football hooligans come for yes. And yes, there's no guarantee of Lille maybe in their home games. Yeah, I think they'll win their home games as even they've got a relatively decent midfield, but I don't know. Outside of that, I think this is definitely it's not a difficult group, but when we get to Group D, I think that Liverpool would have more likely been in Spurs' position than in their position right now. Let's put it that way. So, and we'll talk about Conte in a second because if Conte doesn't get out of Group D, I think it needs to be investigated, to be honest. I think that, his Champions League record is really, really bad. And if he can't get out of this group, questions need to be answered. What do you guys think
One quarter final, that's it.
That's it. Like, he's good domestically, of course, when he's got money and stuff, but in the Champions League, he's just like, he's got the same European record as Ollie. And you can make an argument that Ollie was better because at least he beat PSG. But anyway, so yes, that's my thing.
We call Pep the domestic merchant. Conte is the ultimate domestic merchant.
Yeah. When won it with Juve, one of Inter, sure, given his props, even one with Chelsea, but his Champions League record is just bad. It's bad. Okay, going back to factors, Group B. What are your thoughts?
All right, Group B. It's a dead group, man. Let's be real. Bayer Leverkusen. I don't know what to say about them. And Club Brugge. I don't know what to say about them. It's no disrespect. Like they've not been, doing anything in Europe over the last couple of years. Club Brugge, every time I see them, they get spanked by either Man City. They did well against PSG last season, to be fair. It's going to be Atleti and Porto that's going through. But that's a very weak group.
Whoa. No love for Leverkusen? Samasi, defend your German clubs, man. No love for you. Think Leverkusen not going to do anything?
Man. I could defend them if they're not lose all their fucking games. They're bottom of the table. They have lost all their 3 games. Okay, they suck at the moment.
Right, I see.
If they perform like they are doing right now, they're not going to get out of this group. So I hope and pray for them because they're absolutely shit. Let's face it.
Are they not making any potentially new signings at all? Or?
I don't know. They lost their best player in Wirtz, so he has an ACL injury, so he's out for the World Cup also. So it's really hard for them. So this group is just a disaster. I think Atletico, they better will be fierce in that group. They have no excuses. So good for Simeone and his ball, It's gonna be. I'm not gonna watch any of these games.
I think that's what
Seriously, it's gonna be
I
so
think.
bad.
I think that's what a lot of people are saying. I mean, I think I saw this. SMB says RDS serious. This may be simple. Nobody's watching Group B. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm going. To be honest, the most exciting team to watch in that group might actually be Club Brugge.
Nah.
It actually might be. I mean, in terms of like the way they play football,
Yeah.
it actually might be Club Brugge because Atletico Madrid are I
They're
can't watch them.
terrorists, man. They're terrorists, man.
Also are better, but not massively. Bayer Leverkusen, as you guys have said, are playing awfully. So to be honest, Club Brugge may actually be the only entertaining team in it, and you know that they're going to finish bottom because everyone else is probably going to park the bus or just add. Yeah, that Group B is dead. Basically, Group B is dead. It's just bad. King Stash says Conte might have to go into review. Damn, imagine being worst on Ollie in the CL. Yeah, I think someone read that stat. Like, how can you literally the highest achievement he's had is got onto
against the PE teacher?
Because he didn't. Conte didn't get to a final with Juve, did he? I don't think he did.
It was Allegri, wasn't it?
It was Allegri that got to. Yeah, Allegri got to the final with Juve. Yeah, he never. I don't think he won something. He never got to the final with them. So and quarterfinals. Jeez, I mean, I know it's difficult, but one quarterfinal that doesn't bode well for Spurs. To be honest, it really, really doesn't. Bro, no Arsenal, bro. Let them suffer a little longer, of course. Factors, don't worry. When UEFA are going to add more teams to UCL soon, aka, how do I get Man United to Arsenal? Yeah, exactly. The new format of the Champions League pretty much makes it like just, come one, come all. Anyone can come in. If you've got history in the Champions League, you're more than welcome to come. Which I know some teams aren't particularly happy about, but it is what it is. You think Ronaldo would go to Porto Benfica? Well, I'm not sure. If he does, I mean, that's just okay.
I think he goes to Sporting. Look at that group.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Group D in a second and talk about Ronaldo's links to Sporting. So, but yeah, I think that there's a chance. There's definitely a chance that he definitely goes to Sporting. Oh, right. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Chainsaw. I posted it in the group already. I'm going to send him.
Hey, Chainsaw, come on, collect this smoke, my friend. Come on, collect this smoke.
Link to join. Okay. So yeah, I've just sent Chainsaw links. I posted it in the United Forum group. Do people see the United Forum when I post things in the United Forum? I'm curious whether or not I'll be. Okay. There we go. I'll post link.
You posted the link on Twitter also.
On Twitter, yeah. So just in case, I think Patrick might want to come on as well. Yeah. So okay. Forget about Group B because Group B is dead. What about Group C, guys?
Now we're talking.
Samasi, why don't you lead this one here because
Bayern
Barcelona have drawn Bayern.
Listen,
but a lot of people are expecting
I'm just
Bayern
gonna say this: Nagelsmann is gonna get fired if you don't get out of this group. Just saying this, it's gonna be hard because Inter is good. They have Lukaku back, and he scored. Look at that. The Chelsea curse of the number 9 is real. Okay. And Barcelona, they have all the weapons. Apparently, if they get Bernardo Silva, it's over. They're gonna put 3 behind us because and Lewandowski coming back. It's so bad. If they get their revenge on us, I will not be seen for a long time in the hangars again because I can't. I think UEFA has something against Bayern because they didn't give us the Ballon d'Or per Lever, and now we have Barcelona the second time again in our group. Like I don't know what is with Bayern and Barcelona. Lever come back to Allianz Arena. against us is gonna be also bad. It's just sucks. It sucks from entertaining reason. It's the best group. Let's face it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, of
for me as
course.
a Bayern fan, it's gonna be difficult for us because our defense is still not good. And I can't believe Bayern bought literally the Dutch Maguire for 60 million. That's all he is.
Who? Upamakan
The Dutch
Nine.
Maguire. That's harsh. That's
or
harsh.
Delict?
Oh, De Ligt.
Yes.
Ooh,
The Dutch, no, he's better than Maguire.
that's
Selassie.
that's disrespecting Maguire, man.
He's
If I'm
better
being
than Maguire.
honest.
Selassie.
At least Maguire plays football. Delict plays handball, man.
Have you seen his handball? No. I just can't with this dude. You will finesse us with that deal. 60 million, that's 2 minus. Okay, 2 minus is that. I think our problem is really not our attack. Our attack is really fluid this season, but our defense is still shaky. So it's gonna. On Intern has one of the best defense, so it's gonna be hard against them. And Barca, they're gonna score against us. They have a great midfield and a great attack. The Us and Lewandowski and Rafinha. Oh, I can't. It's gonna be hard.
Ooh, sorry guys. For those watching, I'm gonna quickly get to some comments before I go to factors. But a certain person has turned up. Before I bring it in, I'm gonna quickly read some comments. Let's see. Big up RDS. Big up RDS. Sorry, first it was damn respect for Leverkusen. Not right now, kids. Big up RDS. Eddie says on the panel. I want to chat. Bayern, brace. Inter will be interesting. Rest of be Victoria. That's over. Ant, shout out to Ant, who's a Leicester fan. The United Champions League show is as ironic as me doing a top 4 show. Joe, hope you're well, man. I hope you're doing well as well, man. I hope you're doing well, man. I mean, you need to understand that I'm on loan to Madrid, so it counts. That's basically it. Although it does say the United form, so normally I would be talking about United, and we will be talking a little bit about United because a certain person is here who needs to explain himself, but I'll bring him in a second. King Stash, Leverkusen can be pretty good at times, almost beat Bayern in the beginning of last. Yeah, but if the form is like this season, but you don't know, tops of the table. Porto is a tough team, but they have a discipline problem. Anton says, Forza Milan, shout out to you, bro. Group C is group of death, I think. Yep, I'm gonna get your thoughts on that. Can we? Yep, I did see the comment. I blocked the guy. But if you're in your that stuff, that comment just doesn't fly. Okay, so like I am a person of like second chance and things as well. So like just I don't want to see
Who's
any.
Kyle?
It's a comment I block. I don't have to repeat it. So, but yeah,
Wow.
the whole community. It's a community. So I don't want to hear like banter is fine, but that's not banter. That's crossing the line. So, so if you're going to come back, don't want that crap here. If you want it, there's plenty of other channels where you can post that and there's no consequence. But not here. Lewandowski versus Bayern. Do you think he will lubricate his former team, or is Bayern just too good? We'll talk about that. Factors for Milan. Yeah, we'll talk about Milan when you get there. Samasi, what if Lukaku scores a brace or hat trick against Bayern? How would you feel?
Disgusted.
Disgusted. How would you feel disgusted? Lukaku scores
I would be disgusted with my team. They couldn't defend against Lukaku. And I would be disgusted with Chelsea because they had him, bought him for 90 million and loaned him wieder out. So it's gonna be, oh no. The post game after Lukaku with the hat trick, I will not be there.
So you're gonna disappear, are you?
No.
If Lukaku scores a hat trick, you're gonna disappear.
Yeah.
Let me quickly bring my man in before I get some of his comments. And just quickly, 2 seconds. Let's do this. Chainsaw buddy, how you doing? You there? Hey, Chainsaw man, how you doing?
Hola Madrid. Hola amigos. Hola amigos. Yeah, I told you this is my real club.
Shane,
Why?
Nah,
Real
nah,
club,
nah, nah.
real
You're a
club. Kiss the badge.
disgrace. You're a
Right.
disgrace.
This is my club.
Nah,
I love
you're a
Madrid.
disgrace. You went from a
Always,
quad.
14
So
times.
you're supporting the club that just stopped your
I'm
quad
supporting
dreams.
Vinny and the club.
Nah, you're a
Chainsaw,
disgrace,
man.
man. And you're not
My
allowed to
club.
go on loan. If you're a
Chainsaw,
Liverpool fan,
I'm
you
not on
can't go
loan. I'm not on loan. I believe in supporting 2 clubs. This is my main club, my parent club.
Chainsaw, Shane.
The guy promised me a
Chainsaw,
Darwin
Chainsaw.
Nunes hat trick.
I don't know who that guy was. It ain't me. I'm
What are
probably
you saying about Sancho?
Chainsaw. In fact, can I even switch? Let me get this. I need to magnify this, guys. I need to magnify this. Can everyone see this right now?
My club.
Can everyone see this right now? So I just want to give.
You're a Liverpool fan.
I want to give it.
Look,
embrace it.
I want to quickly give some background information to here, so for people who are new to the channel who might be watching. So the person you're seeing right now is a person called Chainsaw, okay, who actually is a Liverpool fan.
No. Now, I'm a Madrid fan.
His club is
There's proof right here.
That's fair, but his club played Real Madrid in the Champions League final last season. Got pimped by Vinny. And he was actually a Liverpool fan. In fact, we can get clips from a previous United. In fact, Factors, can you be honest? Can you get the clip?
I don't know how to get clips, bro.
I need to. I might load it up.
Yeah.
Where Chainsaw, you said that Liverpool, Trent and Salah
Darwin Nunes.
We're going to score hat tricks against United.
Now,
can you explain what happened as a Madrid fan?
I don't know who that guy was. It wasn't me. This is the new Chainsaw. Okay, this is a new guy. So go easy on me, and just know I'm a Madrid fan from now on.
But you're wearing a shirt of a team that just spanked you a couple of weeks ago. Like, I don't understand. I get if you went to support, but you not hit Madrid. They've beat you in the Champions League twice.
I've always said they're the biggest club. So let's get that straight. And then secondly, F Liverpool, F Klopp, F those guys. You know what I mean? We move. We're winners.
Wow.
Okay?
Nah, this guy's bipolar,
wow,
man.
I
just want
this section, bro. Man said F Klopp.
I just want Bayern Munich. I want PSG. I want all those clubs. I want to smoke all of them. Obviously, I would say United as well, but you guys are, Europa League.
You think you can go against Bayern with Henderson and Milner in the midfield? I think not.
No, RDS, you're. Los Blancos, you're muted.
Chainsaw, there's a lot of people that say in the chat that what you're doing is quite disrespectful. I mean, in fact, King Stash, thank you for the super chat. Thanks so much. Says Chainsaw, you were talking all that crap, then disappeared like you got Thanos.
It rhymes.
No, I actually had reasons. I had family stuff. So
okay, that's fair. Respect that. So, and we understand that. The thing though that we don't understand is why you're wearing a Real Madrid top now. That's that.
I told you. Los Blancos. I told you. After we lost the final, I was wearing a Liverpool shirt. I switched it to a Real Madrid as soon as Vinny scored. I have to support winners, the biggest club in Europe.
You're responsible for this, IDS. You're responsible for this because you go on loan. No, you started this trend of going on loan.
I did mine at the start of the season.
I know, but you started this trend of going on loan and it changing to Los Blancos studio, Magpie studio. That's ridiculous, man. Take this smoke, innit? Support your team.
Factos. The thing is, on Have Hope's member streams early on, like right at the beginning, I said straight up, I'm supporting the winners. I jump clubs. I'm supporting all the big clubs. That's how I roll.
So you're not a Liverpool fan then? Are you a Liverpool fan? Yes or no?
In England, yes.
In England.
What is this world I'm living in, man? What is this world? Like, you can change your wife, you can change your religion, you can change even your gender nowadays. But I thought you could never change your football team. Like, am I too old school?
Yeah, that's old school.
Is that too old school?
I couldn't. I could
I
never
can't support
be.
any other team, bro. Like as much as I say
Me
Madrid are
too.
my second team,
Me too.
I can't
Even
I
when we
can't do
crap.
it. Yeah, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Plus, like,
So I'm not holding any smoke, so that's fine.
is that why?
Let's talk about the group
Yes,
stages.
yes. We
Oh, yes,
lost
let's talk about the group
2-1
stages.
against the worst Manchester side in history. Okay, 2-1. We let
It's not the end of the world, isn't it?
Rashford score. Rashford scored against you. All right.
I didn't watch
Who
the
was
match.
in the
I don't know what
worst-
happened.
We let Sancho score. Sancho.
Yeah,
who has
that's a
4
disgrace. We let
goals.
Sancho.
Can you explain that Sancho goal actually? Because it looked like Milner and Alisson were both on the floor. Can you explain that at all, Chainsaw?
That was a decent goal from Sancho, and people blaming Van Dijk. That's just wrong.
Whoa!
I've seen the actual analysis of the goal, and the gap between Gomez and Van Dijk was always massive. That gap meant that Van Dijk, if he moved forward, there was a United player free on these Sancho's left, so Sancho would just have to pass the ball, and then I think it's Bruno who would have scored anyways.
It would have been offside because if
No,
Van Dijk
it wouldn't be.
pushed up,
No, it wasn't offside because Joe Gomez was behind.
no. Listen, you cannot defend that. Listen.
No, you can.
You can't. You can't. Listen,
Van Dijk was trying to bring stability in the back line. He was trying to.
How is it bringing stability when he's standing there like this? How is it bringing stability?
He's trying to block. No. He didn't predict that Alisson's going to dive the wrong way, and he didn't predict that Gomez and Trent would not be defending.
So what? Do you just stand there in the box? Like,
so what can he do?
Why a man is taking a shot?
Lose for
Go for the ball.
And Los Blancos, you're muted. You're muted again.
Fact or change, so I need to interrupt you guys for 2 seconds because I just stumbled across something. And that might add to Chainsaw's points. This actually backs you up. This backs you up. This is a good thing to back you up. Okay.
No. Let me clarify. Okay. Hey. Who is this? If he loses, then his job's on the line. That means I'm not Klopp out, but I'm not Klopp in. So I'm in the middle.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? You have a Klopp in or Klopp out?
Just stop, please, man.
So no, Michael, what would your reaction be if we lose to this United?
Well, of course I'll be pissed off, but you can't be. I'm not Klopp in, I'm not Klopp out, so I'm just gonna sit on the fence and just be a guy who maybe is Klopp out. Come on, man.
But I have to. Can I respond?
Of course not, but
so that I could go on for that conversation. But it was so.
Can I respond, Adi?
You can respond. You can respond.
Okay. Am I wrong in my statement that we just lost, or my old club just lost to United 2-1, the worst United team? There's no excuse for that start.
So you Klopp out then now? Has that made you Klopp out?
Listen, if I say Klopp out, the hounds will get me. The little Reds, every Liverpool fan will get me. So I have to be careful.
Say what you want.
Say what you believe.
There's freedom on the.
Listen, I still go on Coppish calling, so I need to stay, calm because I love Coppish, but the people in the live chat will cook me, and I don't want that. Okay, so I want to just.
So you are Klopp out. You are Klopp out.
No, I'm not Klopp out, but I'm not Klopp in.
But if I
what does it mean? What does it mean?
what it means
is Klopp can't. That doesn't matter. The guys.
And I want to ask you. And I want to ask you, Chainsaw. And I want to ask you. Then who would you get as manager? You want to get Sam Allardyce in? All right.
Makes sense.
So there's plenty of managers out there.
I would have Potter over Klopp, but that's a conversation for another day. But right. I'll just say Klopp can turn it around. There's if you're being real, if you're being honest, just with proper analysis, proper football thought, Klopp can turn this around. We can go on a title charge. We might not win it, or we might come third or second. We might do a good cup run because we got Derby in the League Cup, and the Champions League group looks all right because we should top that group. Ajax is not a threat. Napoli's not a threat.
Yeah, of course. So you said, by the way, you said we. So congratulations on being a Liverpool fan again. So fair enough.
It's hard.
It's okay. That's because we know where your true loyalties lie.
No, my true loyalties are Madrid. Hello, Madrid.
You seem so passionate speaking. So, what are your thoughts as a Liverpool fan on Liverpool getting out of this group? You think that they'll just smash?
We should top it, but if we do the same system, the one-dimensional system, rely on Trent. Trent's just crossing all the time. He's not even making overlap runs. He's not going back to his defensive positions properly. But we know Trent's not great defensively, but attacking-wise, he's slacking a little bit. Like he does do a couple of good through balls and crosses, but like the guy is not, he's not working hard enough. And I have a theory why Liverpool's not working hard enough. Obviously, there's a physical element of 63 games last season.
Asthma pumps, bro.
No,
Asthma
it's
pumps.
not that. It's not that. 63 games last season. But there's another reason. I think mentally, this team was drained because of the parade. How could you have a parade after the day after the Champions League loss?
Are you blaming a parade? Are you blaming a parade?
Let me
Okay, let Chainsaw
Let
Chainsaw.
play like this.
Let Chainsaw line guys. Chainsaw line one time.
So 2019 we won the Champions League and we had a parade, and the players, it's the first time they're seeing a parade, big celebration, etc. Right? But we win the Premier League and we don't have a parade, and Premier League's meant to be the creme de la creme for Liverpool fans. So we know the party's going to be crazy, the celebration's going to be crazy, the players are going to feel like elevated to the highest level, right? But because we didn't have the Premier League parade, the players had a League Cup and an FA Cup parade, and straight after two massive losses, the Premier League loss and the Champions League loss. You can't have a parade without a Champions League or a Premier League, right? So the players physically are tired, but mentally, what are they playing for? What are they playing for? The Klopp's not telling them that at the end of the season, win the Premier League or the Champions League, and then you have this massive party, celebration, parade. Your name's getting sang.
You know what?
Players already just says no. Players already celebrated.
Let me talk. I've heard your monologue, but this is the problem with Liverpool, and it's your Achilles heel time after time again. It's your arrogance as a team. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, like before the CL final, arrogance. I've got receipts of a Liverpool fan saying the CL was in the bag after the round of 16. Do you know what I mean? They were saying before the CL final, before they played Madrid.
No.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
No, I'm not letting you finish because we were the best team last season.
That's the arrogance. You can't say the best team until you win. You can't say you're the best team until you win.
That's why Klopp comes into this.
But let me finish my point. It's your arrogance time after time again. And then before the CL final, people were saying, it's an easy dub against this old Madrid team, 3-1, 4-0. And you know what he even did? You even arranged the parade, before the Premier League was over, the CL final was played, with the arrogance that you're going to have one of those trophies in the bag. And you did it before playing United as well. You're going to beat them 4-0, 5. You do this time after time again.
Guys, let's quickly go back on topic because this is actually a Champions League reaction video. So, but we had to kind of divert because Chainsaw just hadn't been around for a while, and we just wanted to check and see if it was okay. So now I know that Chainsaw is fine.
He's not okay. He wears a Real Madrid t-shirt. He's not okay.
Thanks, Samasi. I think
Ardius.
Michael, how are you doing? You're right. Can you come and claim your Liverpool fan here, bro?
I need to come after Chainsaw. This guy, man. He's not a Liverpool fan.
Michael.
No, Chainsaw.
Michael, let's carry on with the topic.
Chainsaw, Silencio.
People want to move on.
Let Michael, because he's just got on. So come out to Michael.
Yeah, I can't be here for long because I'm kind of tired today.
Go on, man.
Chainsaw, man. What is? So you had so much chest last week, telling all these United fans we were going to win 4-0, and now you show up in a Madrid shirt trying to match with Los Blancos studio. This is shameful, bro. This is absolute shamefulness at the highest degree. You're not a Liverpool fan. I clocked that. You're not a Liverpool fan. As soon as it goes downhill, you jump ship. I'm disappointed, Chainsaw. Just disappointed. That's all I have to say.
Are you co-signing the when he said that it's the parade that's to blame?
No. Let's not get to it. Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's move on.
What are your thoughts on Liverpool's group actually? Liverpool's group, Michael. And do you think that because a lot of people are saying that Liverpool are just going to blitz Group A, but I mean, is it that easy?
No, this is actually a quite difficult group for Liverpool. it's not like the hardest one that we could possibly get, but it's one where we cannot underestimate any of the opponents, because if we do, we will lose on the day. So that's kind of why I like this group a lot for Liverpool, that there's no easy game, but it's not to the highest degree of difficulty. But I have to say that we should be finishing first or second in this group, because Ajax looks like they're going to sell Anthony for 100 million, and Napoli are looking good, but I can't trust them in Champions League because it is Napoli at the end of the day. They do bottle it a lot of the times. And shout out to Rangers, man. That atmosphere at Ibrox between Rangers and Liverpool is going to be absolutely insane. Yeah. Absolutely insane. So cannot underestimate any of these opponents. If we do, we will lose. And I need to see better improvement from Liverpool over the next couple of weeks.
Let's quickly speak, because we said, I think Factos and Sebastian, we pretty much agreed that Group B is pretty much a dead group. But Group C, I guess, just fine. Well, finally, just going round. Obviously, Barca getting Bayern again. It's reasonable to assume that Barcelona are probably not going to get the A2 pimp slap that people expect them to get, especially with Lewandowski now as a Barcelona player, and that narrative happening. Is this Bayern and Barca's or Inter Milan? You know, because I don't think the 12 players are going to do anything. Let's just keep it a stack. So, but
can I just
say what's up? So, go on, Factos. You're going to say?
Yeah. So I look at this group and I'm confused, man, because how does the UEFA pot system work? Because are you telling me that Porto are ranked higher than Barcelona and Inter Milan and Chelsea? It doesn't make sense to me. I understand Frankfurt won the Europa League, but
Porto, I think it's because Porto.
Is it all the champions?
Yeah, it's all the champions in Part A. That's why.
Oh, okay. Because back in the day, it used to be like you had to have some next level coefficient. All right, okay. So yeah, this is a group of death. I would love it for Barca to be in the Europa League again, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love it to see Bayern and Inter and Barca finish third. But I don't know much about Inter Milan. They did actually play well last season in the CL. I think they beat Liverpool at the
Yeah, Inzaghi is a very good coach. He's a very good coach.
And they've added Lukaku up front. Obviously, Giaco was a bit slow. So I mean, they could pack a punch, you know, Inter Milan. They got Skriniar at the back. Man, like, is it Balera in the midfield?
Do you think Lukaku could drop a 3-piece against Bayern?
Listen, a confident Lukaku and a happy Lukaku is still a dangerous player. I won't say anything about 3-piece, but he can definitely score against Bayern and Barcelona with the Highlander that their team plays, and he's got a good link up with Lautaro Martinez as well. So, bro, I'm not too sure. I expect Bayern to go through, but I feel like it'll be between Inter and Barcelona who gets through. I'd want Inter to go through just so I can banter Barca, because I'm not convinced about Xavi, if I'll be honest with you. I'm not convinced, and they've got Rafinha and them guys there. I don't know. I feel like it would take time for them to gel, and I'm pretty sure the group stage starts in about 2-3 weeks time, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right?
Get King Sasha Super. Thank you so much. Why is your shirt pink? Is that the blood of Liverpool after the murder at Stade de France? Then you finish by Man United. Casemiro equals UCL PTSD. That's an interesting thought, King Stash, and thank you so much for super chat. I really appreciate it. But we are going to change. So obviously, a Liverpool fan. Your thoughts on Group C? I know you hate Bayern Munich with a passion,
but though I do hate Bayern, they will top the group. Mm-hmm. I think Barca should come second, even though I don't want to disrespect Inter Milan.
Well, Barca are your rivals nowadays, I guess. Chainsaw.
That's true. But on a serious note, Barca, I mean, other than Xavi being a potential issue, I do think they have a good team. Lewandowski's there, Rafinha's there. They've got a decent, attacking wise, they should be fine. Defensively, I'm not sure if Barca's good enough, but I think they should make second place. It might be like the decisive game, either at the new camp or at Inter's ground, that could decide it. But I think it'll be close. But it should be Bayern, Barca, Inter, and then the fourth team.
Can I just ask Samasi? Is it Samasi? Yeah.
Samasi, yeah.
How are Bayern looking this season? I know they've been scoring a lot of goals, but like defensively and in midfield, are they looking up?
The attack is actually really good, more fluent than it was last year. The problem with Bayern was not the attack on midfield. It was always our defense, and it's still not. It's better, but still not good enough, I think. So if we lose, we're gonna lose because they get us on a counter attack. I think that's where our real problem is.
So Massey,
So
has De Ligt started playing for you guys, right?
he started.
Is he like adapting fast,
He's
or was
still
it
on
like
my suspect list. He's still on my suspect
okay,
list.
he's
But
still a substitute? Okay, so he
yeah,
can get.
She literally
attack.
said he was the Dutch Harry Maguire, which is quite an indictment. I think. So, which I mean, to be fair, after his
I
performance in
don't
the Euro,
rate him. I don't rate him. He's just because you're good on the ball doesn't make you a great defender. Do the defending right. That's their first priority for me. So it's gonna be. I think we're gonna either lose against a game against Inter or Barcelona. That's probably be our
Yeah, but you're still
loss.
top the group, regardless.
I hope so. I have a nightmare scenario in my head that we're gonna get third. I have never seen Bayern in Europa
That's impossible.
League.
That would be a
I've
dream,
never
but
seen-
that's
they were
impossible.
in. I think it was 2007. I think 2007 was the last time Bayern didn't qualify for the Champions League. Fact check if me. I think it was 2007. But obviously you're right. It's rare because that just doesn't happen to Bayern. But sorry, go on, Samasi. Samasi?
Yeah, at least second. I think that's gonna Victoria Prison. I feel sorry for them. That's their first UCL games, and they're getting destroyed by Inter, Bayern, Barcelona.
Michael. Well, actually, Michael, I asked you about Group C already, didn't I? I think I did.
No, you didn't.
So go, Michael. Thoughts on Group C?
Did you? I don't know if you guys have seen the Victoria Pleasant players celebrating the group that they got.
What?
They're actually celebrating.
Oh,
man.
Of the money because of the amount, because they're big clubs.
No, because they get to play all the top sides in Europe. They know they're going to be destroyed. They're just happy to go to the Camp Nou, the Allianz Arena, and the San Siro.
Yeah, I mean, fair. I mean, you see the Celtic players. They're like, yeah, we bring on Real Madrid, and sure enough, they got it. So, yeah, I guess
But then they're going to get a harsh reality and lose 7-0 or 10-0 to one of these teams.
Oh,
sorry, Victoria. I've seen you guys play. You're not that good. They have a good goalkeeper. His name is Stanek. He actually plays for the Czech national team, but otherwise, they're going to get absolutely torn apart. If they were getting outplayed by Karabakh from Azerbaijan, wait till they play against Bayern, Barcelona, Inter. It's going to be a massacre. It's going to be absolutely.
I dare Bayern or Barca to lose to this team.
If they lose to this team, they go straight into the Brick Academy. I'm sorry, that is a Brick Academy level performance. Now this,
yes.
Go ahead.
Go on, Michael. Go on. You finish.
Now this gets interesting, right? And I'm trying to think about this. What if either Bayern or Barcelona do not make it through this group? One of the managers is in serious trouble. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Because if Julian Nagelsmann has been backed, and we know they're going to win the Bundesliga, if he doesn't make it into the round of 16, he's going to be in serious trouble, in my opinion. And Xavi,
he's getting sacked. He's getting sacked.
Because that's what Bayern Munich strive for.
We're gonna sack him.
Yep. And then Xavi, I don't think he's under much pressure. He needs to perform in La Liga and win Copa del Rey, but he could be in trouble if he doesn't perform in the Champions League. So two managers under huge pressure. And I think for Inzaghi, I think Inter are just kind of like, okay, if we can perform well and maybe make it out, that would be great. If we don't, it's not the end of the world, because I think Inter just want to focus on winning the Scudetto. That's the main objective for their squad. And the key for them was keeping Skriniar. Had they lost Skriniar, they would have had no chance in this group. No chance. So I'm really, really fascinated. And I think the first match day is actually Bayern versus Barcelona. So straight away, Straight away, RDS. We get this. I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's at.
Damn.
I don't know if it's in Munich or in Barcelona. So if it's in Munich, that's gonna.
Needs to be in Munich.
Hey, is Lewandowski gonna get booed? Do you think by the?
I think he'll get booed. I think he'll get a bad reception.
Yeah.
I don't like
not
that,
gonna
man.
get
I don't
it's not pretty, but it's going to be the harsh reality. Compared to Holland, where he's going to be given roses and kisses, Lewandowski is going to get boos and I don't know what else.
He's probably gonna celebrate and take his shirt off or something or do that.
Well, didn't you see the Bayern fans when he went to go get his stuff to leave?
Yeah, they were saying Hala Madrid.
Yep. Oh man, Lewandowski gets Upamecano and De Ligt. Lewandowski better be feasting on those two center backs.
Yeah.
He better be.
Jesus.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, I still don't rate Barcelona's centre backs.
Mane, Mane might do something.
They're going to register Kunde, which is they should, but I mean,
Well, think about Lukaku and Lautaro against Christensen and whoever the other one would be, Araujo, or whether it's Kunde if they can register him. So
exactly.
Lukaku and Lautaro could be doing very well. I think the key player for Inter in all of this has to be Gosens, because that's how they provide width on into Milan.
They've got him. Oh,
they got him in January. So
really
if Gosens can perform well, because he hasn't looked
as a wing back. Oof.
Yeah,
amazing.
Left wing back. He hasn't looked the greatest so far, but if he can perform well, that's going to massively help Inter in their performances against Bayern and Barcelona, especially. So Gosens is the key.
Right. So after talking about like the group of death, as some people calling it, this group next to me, I mean, the only thing I want to maybe to is that surely Conte has to qualify from this group. There's no way that
not just qualify, finish first.
Yeah, but he will finish first.
He has to. There's no way, because was it Smasi was him that or Factos? Someone had told me that like the greatest achievement that Conte has in Champions League is just reaching the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think it's quarterfinals. Yep. He's only made it out of the group twice, I think.
He's only made out of the group twice, and one of those is like, so he's basically, his record is not too dissimilar to Ollie's. And you can make an argument that Ollie's was better because he beat a strong PSG side with six formers. There's no way that he has to.
Yeah, they're getting out,
right?
man. They're getting out.
They're definitely getting out.
They're getting out.
I just think that record does that record with that. If you're a Spurs fan, especially given the fact that, I mean, I still remember was it 2 seasons ago when he was with Inter, and he spent all that money, and I'm like, I don't get how you still finish fourth in a group that had Real Madrid, Shakhtar, and I think Gladbach were in that group.
It was Mönchengladbach. Yep.
You finished bottom. I don't understand. So I'm not saying that like this group is close to it, because clearly Spurs are the team here, but I mean,
I don't know. That's mind-boggling. Conte's record in the Champions League, man. That is really mind-boggling. As in, like, do you think maybe his system doesn't suit the Champions League kind of football? Because we know that he does well in the league and doesn't really do well in the cup competitions. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know if he even cares about European competitions.
I don't think he cares about it. I think he's just solely focused on league form. That's all he cares about.
Yeah, man. Because last season, like, didn't he tell Tottenham to? Did they get knocked out of the Conference League, or did he just like forfeit the game?
Had to forfeit because they couldn't reschedule the game.
Oh, he forfeited the game. Nah,
yeah, they had because they couldn't reschedule.
Don't care, man. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. But yeah, when I look at that group, I feel like CR7, if he goes to Sporting Lisbon, he might. I don't know if they're any good, if I'm being honest with you, but them having CR7 and they're competing against Frankfurt and Marseille, I can see them going through that group. So I would say Tottenham and Sporting Lisbon if they get Cristiano. But if they don't get Cristiano, Frankfurt are rubbish, man. I'm sorry to say that, Samantha. I'm sorry.
They lost Kostic. Yeah, they lost their best player to Juve. So.
And Marseille, where did they finish in the French league? Third,
second.
Second.
That's why they're there. That's why
they got Alexis Sanchez now.
Oh, they got Eric Bailly as well.
Yep. They actually have a good team.
We'll see. We'll see. I would say Sporting and Frankfurt for now, and Tottenham. Sorry, for now, and then Frankfurt will be back in the Europa League.
Does anyone disagree before I get into some comments?
No.
I would
No.
say Marseille could finish second in the group. They actually have a really good team and a good manager. So I would watch out for them, except if CR7 goes to Sporting, that's going to change, I think, everything.
Yes.
Michael, are you telling me that CR7 watched the Champions League draw so he could decide what his next club would be? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and they have a fantastic manager in Ruben Amorim, although they lost their entire midfield, basically, but they have a really good team, Sporting.
Jeez. Let me quickly get into some comments. So Paradise says Liverpool are poor right now, but they are too strong for that group. I think they'll finish first. Mawada says Chainsaw moaning about moving like Klopp. Surprised he hasn't mentioned the witch yet. Yeah, so something came out about that game where he was moaning about the fact that we lost the game because we ran out of time.
Yeah, he said we should have won, and he said dry pitch. But let's move on from.
Okay, yeah, let's just move on. Let's move on. Shout out to Eldon Transports. Yeah, move on. Yeah, okay, yeah. Powder says Group C is hard to call in who comes second. I watched some Bayern matches and they look very good through attack. Barca been poor so far. I actually think Inter Milan have a better overall team than Barca, and that's kind of what we're saying here. Like I know Barca have got Lewandowski, so I know. I mean Christensen, okay, and Kunde sort of there, but I don't know. There's something about the Barca team where I still think they're quite unbalanced. And I really hope that in 2022 they're not relying on Sergio Busquets as the DM.
Oh yes, but isn't Italian clubs like doing poor in Europe recently? In the last 3 or 4 years, they haven't been of a good level because their league is so poor. So,
but they did get out of their group stages.
Inter Milan qualified from their group stage last season.
They did,
and AC Milan as well.
But
AC Milan didn't.
Because I saw the champions and we beat them comfortably home and away. And then Inter did give us a bit of a struggle, but the Italian teams haven't progressed.
Chainsaw Real Madrid didn't play Inter last season. What are you talking about?
No.
You said we.
That doesn't matter. Okay, the club that played them, that doesn't matter. No, move on from that.
No, you just said we.
No, move on. No, but I'm saying honestly, Barcelona, like I know they came third last year, but this year with the signings that they have, surely they have too much firepower for Inter's.
What signings? What are the signings?
Rafinha's, Lewandowski's. They've got Ousmane Dembele. They've got too many players that they've got too many players. They've got at least 3-4 players that could score goals past that Inter defense. And
and Inter signed players as well. They've obviously
they have signed good players, but the Italian league is a bit weak. But we'll get to AC Milan in Group E. And that might change.
I'm sure Antonio has a lot to say about that in the chat. Antonio, if you want to come on as well, by the way, let me know if you want to have your thoughts on Milan. Paradise again. I mean, better bounce and back to front. Simeone Inzaghi is a good coach. They kept obviously screen, as we said. They have Bravic and Barella, also very strong partnership with Lukaku, exactly, because that Lautaro-Lukaku partnership was so key for Inter winning the Scudetto when they won it last time. And obviously he left. I personally think it was a scam from Inter to exploit money from Chelsea personally. But that's just my theory anyway.
I think that was all planned.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just for Chelsea to pay 100 million, and then so Chelsea give Inter 100 million for Lukaku, and then he goes there for one season, then comes back on loan. It's like
that was a scam.
That's a scam. That's a mafia move. That's a mafia move, and then they re-sign him for like a quarter of the price. That's mafia, man. That's mafia.
Mentioning Chelsea, obviously that's Group E is next.
Yes, let's go. So let's quickly get to Chelsea. Oh, my score. I was going to actually get to.
Can I say something before the AC Milan fan Antonio comes? Something nice. Something really nice.
Okay.
AC Milan's going to top this group. I just see it because there's multiple reasons. Okay, but the main reason is the ultimate reason that we should focus on is that Chelsea's transfer policy has not worked out, and Tuchel is going through a tough patch. Now, Tuchel's a quality manager; he could change it around if he changes his system, the way he plays. But attacking wise, Chelsea look really poor. And midfield wise, they look like they're losing legs in that midfield. And I've seen a couple Chelsea streams where Chelsea fans are saying that their attack, the way they pass the ball, the position that Sterling's in, they're questioning everything about the fluidity of the team. So Chelsea are in a sticky patch, and if this continues, AC Milan should win at least one game against Chelsea, and then it becomes difficult because Salzburg, I think they play attacking football, so they could get at Chelsea and get a fluke result or a draw, and then Chelsea would fall down in the table. And I think AC Milan should win against Salzburg and the last team, so they should top the group in my opinion. And Origi will help them.
You know what the thing is? Tuchel is very good in cup competitions.
That's true. That is true.
So like that logic is not like the 10.
But it doesn't mean he'll top the group. It doesn't mean he's always perfect in each competition.
No. I feel like they'll get out of the group. I don't think last season.
I think he'll come second. That's what I was reading.
AC Milan, obviously they're the champions.
Well, welcome to Factor. So quickly bringing Antonio because he's an AC Milan fan. Antonio, thanks for joining us again, man. Also on Group E, man. First of all, your reaction to the draw, and then your thoughts on like Milan progressing this group.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm actually I just moved into college, so I've been pretty busy. But I was just chilling, and then I heard Chainsaw make that comment, and I was like, I got to get on here right away. But I want to ask Chainsaw a question, though, about Serie A. Like, you said the league is weak. Like, do you mean that the league – because if you're talking about Inter, I agree. Like, they're not as good as Bayern or Barcelona. But, like, saying that the whole league is weak, I mean, I don't think that's –
No, but what do you mean by that? What I mean by that is like a 38-year-old Cristiano could go to your league and be at least top 2 goal scorer. I'm saying the style of play in the league obviously it's changed in certain teams. I've seen your streams, so I've got a little bit of knowledge from the streams that you do. But when I've seen them in the Champions League last season as the case study, I just think that there's something missing in these Italian teams. There's moments that I think you guys struggle. So hence why a Lewandowski or a Mane or a Salah or whoever's you're playing in the Champions League would exploit. It's like it's not the pace of the game that's the issue, but I think this the tactical side.
Bro, it's also the courage of the players, if we're being honest.
And a little bit of quality as well. But
because you guys are taking the leftovers.
I think the style and systems in other leagues just kind of trumps what you guys try to do with Inters and AC Milan. But I did say AC Milan will top their group. I'm giving AC Milan full credit because I think that you guys would do something in the Champions League this year.
The thing is, just on this point, I don't want to waste too much time, but on this, the thing that I think is missing is mentality. Personally, I know that's kind of like a broad thing and you're going to disagree with. Of course, money is missing. That's the main problem. But mentality, because I think that we have good coaches. It's just like when you see Juventus losing to Villarreal, I know Villarreal was a very tough team last year, but they had the players to beat them. The coach Allegri, most people don't like him as a coach, but he knows how to get results. But they just collapse at the end against Villarreal. And I think that is just a mental issue. It's just a sloppiness. It's not necessarily that they were outplayed. Milan was in a tough group. We had a lot of injuries, but of course Liverpool was better. Porto, they were better than us at times, even though some of their goals were suspicious. I think we were better than Atletico, though, because if you watch that was a robbery. But we should have qualified, actually, because if we had even drawn against Atletico, I think we would have had enough points to finish second in the group. But anyways, I think that we're improving, and I think it's just the mental thing. So I hope that when we go and play Chelsea away this year, we're going to, those types of games, like we're not going to collapse. Liverpool were just kind of crushing us when we played them last year, like with possession. But we had the quality to score some goals against them. It was just, overall our midfielders were very sloppy on the ball, and Liverpool are always just pressing us, and we kind of crumbled a little bit. But if we're playing with the right mentality in those games, I think that we can play just better under the pressure. I think that's something. And also we're a young team, so. But yeah, in terms of this draw, man, well, Group C was just so funny to watch. Like when I was watching, like Oliver Kahn's reaction to getting Barcelona. That was awesome. Yeah, I
He
think
started laughing.
I know.
yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, but Milan, I don't know if we're gonna. I think topping the group would be fantastic. I think Chelsea are still the favorites. Hopefully they don't take Leao from us now, because if they take Leao, that's going to be a big problem for us. I mean, we'd make a lot of money if they go after him, but I don't know if we're going to sell him to our direct competitors right now. But yeah, Salzburg and Dinamo Zagreb are good teams, but we should theoretically go and take most of the points from those teams, and then dropping points against Chelsea is fine. I think we'll be okay as long as we can get the points from those bottom two teams. So if we should, make it out this year, and our goal every year is to just keep improving. So this year, I think we're trying to hit that round of 16, get to the knockouts, and then see how far we can go. Because last year, we just got into the UCL for the first time, so we had a very tough group. We were pot 4, and now we're pot 1, so we have to kind of increase our expectations. But yeah, I'm being realistic. I think we should obviously progress out of this group, and we play a good brand of football that's well suited to Europe. I think we play with a high line. We have fast players, a lot of players that used to play in the Premier League, players that are good in the one-on-one. Even like Leao, who hasn't played in the Premier League, he's a monster in the one-on-one. In the Serie A, it takes 2 to 3 players that teams have to devote to him to defend him because he's just so quick. So he's I think players like that are going to be good, and I think we have the quality to do well. So I'm excited.
Fair. Let me quickly go into this comment and get everyone else's thoughts on Group E. Shout out to Roy, who's in the chat as well, saying that Inter doesn't have the mentality to face Barcelona and Bayern. Trust me, they don't have the personality. I hope you're right, Roy. I hope you're right. And then also that Inzaghi is hiding under his bed right now. Paradise says Inter has no pressure to qualify, so that will help them. I think Inter will finish above Barcelona. Holla to Christian, man. Thank you for joining the chat. Really appreciate it. SB says Tottenham away to Frankfurt and Marseille are going to be tough matchups, I think. But both Frankfurt and Marseille look a bit weaker compared to last year. And I think that's the key thing there. Maybe if Cristiano goes to that could help them finish second. Tottenham should finish first. Sporting Lisbon made it to the round of 16 last year. They did, and they lost to Manchester City. Yeah, they got pimp slapped by City, if I recall. Conte issue is coaching 2 games a week. I think he doesn't have good preparation regarding that. Even in the league, when 2 games are played a week, Tottenham would struggle in the week they get. That's actually interesting. That's a very interesting point I didn't think about, actually, because you're right. Because although they did eventually finish 4th, when they were playing the 2 games, so maybe that's why it's he seems to be better prepared for the weekend games and the midweek games at times. Yeah, that's interesting. That's definitely a very interesting point. Oh, back to us. You have to head off, man. Take care, buddy. Take care. See you later, buddy. And then once I finish the comments, I'll come to Jess, who's just joined us. SMB says Marseille is lost at Saliba. I'm not sure if Eric Bailly can fill the spot. I mean, I'm Eric Bailly's biggest fan. One of his biggest fans. Eric Bailly will be fine. The only issue with Eric Bailly is just he can pick up injuries. Luca, who's an Arsenal fan, says draw looks good. My favorite group is Liverpool. And JG Yes says big up panel if Conte doesn't get us through this group.
That's me, by the way.
What are your thoughts, bro? Yes, you're a Spurs fan, aren't you, if I recall?
Yeah.
So Conte is definitely getting you through this group, right?
Yeah, you better. That's all I gotta say. You better does because obviously I respect the official Europa League winners Eintracht Frankfurt. I respect them a lot, but considering that they lost their main creator in Kostic, the team doesn't really look as good as of now going into the season as well. And yeah, we should consider us going through this here. I would really be concerned if we don't make it through the group. If I really have to be honest, I don't know if there's Europa League stuff in this group. To be honest.
Any other people have any just thoughts just quickly on Group E? I haven't spoken yet. Sorry, go on. Yes, go on. Yeah, go on. Who's speaking?
Oh no, I thought she's got this held on there.
Oh, Samasi, sorry. Was you about to go on, Samasi?
I have in AC Milan first in that group because Chelsea doesn't have an attack. Let's face it, and their team has no balance, and I think they need at least one midfielder and a forward if they want to go out this group as first. So if Chelsea doesn't buy any midfielder or a forward, they're doomed because I think a lot of people underestimate AC Milan. They are really good on buying cheap transfers with talented players who have high potential. So uh, I think it's gonna be first AC Milan and second Chelsea.
FT Junior says Barcelona again. Anyone ever? I mean, is it possible? I mean, I know HH doesn't think it is. And if anyone was on that stream, he made a few declarations. Let's put it that way. Let's put like if whatever happens in this group, let's put it this way: Gatluck might be very busy. Gatluck might be very, very busy after certain things that were said in that particular stream. Is it actually possible at all for Chelsea to not qualify from this group?
I would say the chances are low, to be honest, but I think Salzburg could really be a surprise. I want to see how Chesko is going to do this time now, considering that they lost Adeyemi, big goal scorer for them. So it's like, how will he not come in and be the main score? Will he be the main option as a goal scorer, which I assume he will? And can he step up and be that replacement that he can be worthy of replacing Adeyemi? And I think that's going to be the key factor. And obviously, like I already mentioned with Chelsea, with the midfield and attacking issues, like it really can be concerned if the Salzburg manager can just approach the game right. I think they can get results there, but I just don't know if Chelsea at home will butter those games. I think it's the away games where it could be tricky for them with the atmosphere, but at home, I think Chelsea should just get the job done to finish at least second.
I think the thing that would concern me about Chelsea and Spurs right now, because SMB brings up a good point. I think it might apply to Chelsea to a certain extent as well. It's this idea of these teams parking the bus. You know, do they have the players? They have the potential to actually break down these teams. I think Chelsea maybe more so than Spurs, just because of the way that Tuchel plays. But even still, I just think without a creative with midfielder, without Kante, and certainly without any attacking force, I think that both teams are going to struggle. So I think that might be a problem.
Oh, yes.
Go on, Chainsaw.
There is obviously two scenarios for Chelsea. If they sign Aubameyang, then which I think they have or they will.
I don't think a bid is. If I recall a bid, I don't think an official bid has gone to Barcelona yet.
Okay, so, but if Aubameyang comes, then Sterling has someone to play with, and apparently Sterling's really good with a striker. So attacking wise, they could improve with that signing. Obviously, they still need a midfielder in that team. But then what about Tuchel imploding? Because it looks like they could implode this season. So if they do implode, and obviously AC Milan win home and away against Chelsea with their right mentality, like Antonio mentioned, then Salzburg, all they have to do is attack. And if Chelsea's imploding tactically and players don't want to play for the coach, for Tuchel, which could happen, then they could come third. Or if they sign Aubameyang, they could come second or first.
This is a fair point. I still remember in that Chelsea game, it was their defenders that scored.
Reece James is the best attacker, basically.
So, because if I recall, their attackers haven't scored yet this season because
Sterling scored.
Sorry?
Didn't Sterling score?
Well, no, against Everton, it was a penalty, Jorginho penalty. They scored 2 goals against
Tottenham,
which were Koulibaly and Reece James, and they didn't score against Leeds, did they?
Wow.
No, it didn't score.
I said that no attack.
Wow.
Can I say something? Can
go on.
Tuchel play Havertz as a midfielder? He is no number 9. Havertz is actually really good in our national team because we know which position he is really good in. Does Flick still doesn't get it? I don't know what's wrong with him.
I can't lie though, but I've just watched Germany. Can you guys hear me by the way? Because I got some connection issues, I think.
Yeah, we can hear you, mate. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
okay, can't. But with Havertz though, like even for the national team, like he doesn't really impress me as much when I used to watch him for Leverkusen, because I think the best position for him is literally him behind a striker, and he needs a lot of creators around him as well. I don't think Chelsea have that. Even with the German national team, I don't know why we wouldn't try to do it. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think he gets used to his right position, but I think else with him is something mentally wrong. I don't think he's really playing to his in the best mind right now as well. Football, so it's like,
Yeah.
and you're playing this terrorist football as well with Tuchel. So yeah.
Well, I guess with Chelsea, it's going to be one of those we'll watch this space situation. So they should get through this group. I don't think they've got the quality to get this group. So, but Premier League wise, who knows? I think they're playing Leicester City this weekend actually. Right. Group F. Before I get back to your comments, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar, and Celtic. I mean, I know Real Madrid do their annual surprise loss to a small team, which I suspect will be Celtic this year. So they'll lose at least one game to these guys, and I think, like I said, it'll be Celtic, but they're going to get top the group, and they're going to do their thing. I think no one disagrees that Real Madrid going to top the group.
Yeah, Real Madrid should top the group.
So really, it's coming to who do you think gets second place? Are Leipzig, Samasa, do you think strong enough to see Shakhtar and Celtic away, or do you think they might have some issues?
They had a bad, okay game start to the season because they lost the last game and won their first game. So I don't know. I don't really know. They're not. Their captain Kunku, what is really good, but I really don't know how good they are this season. I have to watch the next few games, but they could get. It could be between Leipzig and Celtics. I don't think that Shakhtar Donetsk is gonna do anything. So it's either gonna be second place or Europa League for Leipzig because I don't really know how good they are this season. So it's gonna be
yes.
interesting.
Can I just say one thing about Celtic? I don't think, unless someone in the panel knows a little bit about Celtic, but from my experience watching them, because Rangers is not my Scottish team, but because Gerrard went there, I started, seeing a little bit more about the Scottish Premiership.
Okay.
And with Celtic, I've always seen them as a club that should technically be in Europe because they've won it before, and they should be doing a lot better. And I can remember, I think they won in Nou Camp 2-1 in like 2012 or so, or some crazy year where they shouldn't have won, but they did win. But unfortunately for Celtic and for Celtic fans is that they keep bottling it. So they're like the Scottish version of Tottenham. No offense to the Tottenham fan, but like even if they take the lead against, even if they take the lead against Leipzig or they're performing well, they will still lose somehow, and they just don't have the quality. So Celtic should come fourth in my opinion. It's just that people hope that they come third or second because it's Celtic. They are supposedly a big club.
I think I think that Chelsea get. I think that Chelsea get through S&B. I think. Sorry, I forgot his particular comments. Says don't underestimate Chelsea. Tuchel might be one of the best tacticians in the world. He's one of the few managers that teams that learns after the first game, and that's fair. I think the issue is it's more the actual personnel that Chelsea have. I don't think that Tuchel is a bad coach. No doubt about. I'm not saying that at all. But sometimes if you just don't have the right personnel, it doesn't matter how good you are. And I am worried with Chelsea right now that if they don't, I mean, their midfield signing potentially might be Anthony Gordon. They don't look like they're hoping to get Aubameyang. But if they don't get Aubameyang, who's going to be scoring them their goals? Because they can't rely on Reece James and Koulibaly to constantly score the goals. I just don't think that's possible. Sorry, my computer's literally slowing down. I'm going to just turn my camera for 2 seconds.
Can I say something about Anthony Gordon?
Yes, of course. Go on, Sarasi. Say about
How?
Anthony Gordon.
First of all, I have to Google first who Anthony Gordon is. He plays for Everton. First of all, he has 4 goals, and 3 of them are with reflections. So really, 60 million. 60 million. You, if you pay a little bit more, you could have gotten Nkuku this season. All right, that's the truth. I don't know who is behind the recruitment by Chelsea, but he needs to get paid 60 million. It's bad, and he's Mason Mount. Okay, he's mid. He's not good, but he's not bad. He's mid. I can't believe Chelsea are gonna pay 60 million.
Hey, this is Tuchel's talent ID, man. Like, he's so impressive against Chelsea, and now he thinks he's the right man. Hey, fair play for him for spending 60 million on Anthony Gordon. Like, I do think he has some sort of flair on him, but yeah, man, 60 million. This is what I always say from footballers come from. Like, you seen scrubs like Anthony Gordon going for 60 million. I'm like, just ridiculous, isn't it?
English tax is real. English tax.
It's not even English tax. The guy literally is one of the worst divers I've ever seen. I mean, the Merseyside derby, he was so bad at diving. It was crazy. Like, literally the worst. And then on top of that, the only thing he has that goes for him is that he's got pace. So he could run down the wing. Other than that, he's literally got nothing else. No end product, no technique, no passing ability. 60 million's way over, over the price tag. But for Everton, he is an important player, though. Everton are going towards relegation.
Yeah, from an Everton standpoint, I understand 100% why they're going to sell him for so much. Even early in the window when we bought Richarlison, we actually wanted Anthony Gordon, but then the number was quoted by like 20 to 25 million, but they didn't want it to sell up. So you kind of see what Everton is trying to do. They're trying to fleece Chelsea with the money and just go and spend it on the squad. Because reality, like, I wouldn't pay more than 25 million for Anthony Gordon right now, because you pay for the potential, not for the actual player right now. So,
That's fair. So I have to just turn on my fan try and cool this computer down. I mean, Group G and Group H. I mean, can probably everyone agree that probably City and PSG are going to top those groups? Is that generally agreed?
Red Devil, I need to ask you a question.
Yeah, go on.
So, no Group H with PSG and their team in the bottom. What do you think the score going to be? Because if they're going to, because I'm sorry, but if NMM is going to play and it's going to take it serious, I fear for them. Like, I couldn't tell you one player on that team. I'd had to Google where they're from. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. I just pray for them, to be honest. It could get disgusting.
Ooh, just to say, Duran. Sorry, Duran United. Hi, a PSV fan here. Shout out to who's watching on Twitch. PSV fan, hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining by. Sorry about the loss, obviously, to Rangers. And would be interested to see your thoughts on the Gakpo character, because there is obviously a link to Manchester United. So, but yeah, thank you for tuning in and watching. Really, really appreciate it. So it's always good to see fans from different leagues coming here as well. He says, yeah, Johannes, yeah, still pretty pissed about the loss. Is Gakpo leaving or coming? What do you think? So, and how do you see PSV's chances in the Europa League? So sorry, you were asking me what was the do I think that PSG are going to lubricate Maccabi Haifa?
Yeah, but how much and how bad it could be?
I think it really depends on when they play these games. So if Maccabi Haifa is like they play them like in game 2 and game 6, then probably like not, just because I would suspect that PSG would have basically secured CL football by then, and you also got to bear in mind that like the last group, like the game will be close to the World Cup, so I'm sure Messi, Neymar, etc. They're not going to think, right, okay, I really want to. Messi is not going to be thinking at the time if he plays Maccabi in the 6th game, right? I really, really want to drop 5 goals against these guys, he's probably going to be thinking, I don't want to get myself injured before World Cup in a match that really means absolutely nothing. So that's why I think that the amount that he'll score will depend on when PSG actually play this team.
Yes, he could literally beat Cristiano's Champions League record with that team.
Scored
those 5 goals.
But winning a World Cup is more important though.
But he could do both.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if it's in an unnecessary game,
oh, that's true. If it's
because like, why would you risk potentially, like, even if they're going to lubricate, he could still get injured, and so why would you risk playing an unnecessary game when you can be a week before the beginning of the World Cup? When I think there's going to be a lot of players that want to try, the teams that want to try and secure Champions League qualification quickly, so that all the big names can be like, if they're going to the World Cup, I'm not playing in like a group game of 5 or 6 because it's 2 weeks before the World Cup. I ain't gonna risk getting injured. I want to play at the World Cup. I can see that happening for a lot of players, in my personal opinion. So, but if they play the back-to-back thing, if it's like match day 3 and match day 4, and it's Maccabi, then it's gonna be a lubrication. It's gonna be bad.
I can't but Mbappe is gonna look at that and feel like, yo, I'm not going to stop putt, but like this is him right there.
Durandi again. Hoping he stays for one more season. I find it crazy how Manchester United is willing to bid 100 million for Ajax's Anthony, but not even 40 million for PSG's Gakpo, who is just us. My understanding is that they're it's kind of an either-or situation. And also that I think that because Ten Hag has worked with Ajax, United are just basically getting players for Ten Hag, the ones that he wants, and are bidding ridiculous amounts for his key players, which Anthony and Ten Hag were. I think that's it. Whereas Gakpo was more like a backup, I think, is my understanding of the situation. And PSG is going to wreck that group. So yes, Samasi, go on.
I just would go for Gakpo and would use the other money to get another midfielder next to Casemiro. That's my opinion.
Fair. So just on Group G, I mean, we've already established that City and PSG are obviously going to win their group. So I guess the question is, who do you guys think is going to come second in
what's funny?
In Group G? Yeah, Antonio.
Just a quick point. I love how everyone is just bantering Juventus. Like everyone just considers them to be like not a strong team.
It's just not looking good, man.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Benfica could. I think Juventus could be in the Europa League.
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah.
And Pogba, is injured, he's I don't know. He's going to struggle to make the World Cup potentially, so he's not going to want to play those games. I think these guys might end up in the Europa League, to be honest.
Yeah.
So wait.
So long Allegri is the manager of Juve, they're not winning anything. All right, he's maybe the best manager I've seen. I've watched the game they played last week. It was so bad. So no, Allegri needs to retire, man. He needs to retire.
I might chuckle a little bit if Juventus end up dropping into the Europa League only for Manchester United to beat them in the Europa League. That might make me chuckle just a little bit, especially if Pogba's playing. Even though I love Pogba, it is what it is. F2 Junior says, if Maccabi FC, if I'm Maccabi FC, my formation is 6-3-1. It's probably 9-1, to be honest. I think for a lot of them, I think probably it's 9-1, something as close as that. So who are we saying is second in? Just going around quickly, so we'll just begin to round up. Who are we saying finishes second in Group G, guys?
Sevilla.
Yeah, I say Sevilla as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Samasi, defend Dortmund, man. Come on.
I wish I could defend them, but they lost 3-2 against Werder Bremen, who was just got in the Bundesliga.
It hurts me because it hurts me. They're like my second team.
Jude Bellingham, what's happened to him?
Bellingham, you're on fraud watch, my dude. You're on fraud watch. Just saying.
He he just wants to leave, bro. Like he sees his guys like Haaland leaving, Sancho leaving.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
when you
that.
see, I
But
think this could be
you
it.
can't
Like he,
you can't lose like that. You can't concede 3 goals in 5 minutes. You can't lose like that. It was bad. So I wished I could defend Dortmund, but man, it's gonna be hard this year to get out of the group because we all know that Man City is gonna be. They're gonna get slapped against Man City. Man City is gonna get fair, so it's gonna be between Dortmund or Sevilla, but likely more for Sevilla.
I think this is a good point. People forget that Sevilla did lose Kunde and Diego Carlos, and they haven't started particularly well in La Liga either. So, I mean, FC Copenhagen, no.
but can I say though? But can you trust Anthony Modeste to carry Dortmund to second place though? Like,
yeah,
yeah, like, can we really do like unless like obviously Adeyemi should be back by then, but still, it's not looking good, man. It's not
No.
looking good. It's
No.
not looking good. Like I watch these guys. These guys are like it's the same thing last season.
So second, obviously we said PSG were top. So, but I mean, are we really saying? Because I'm not hearing people saying Juve finishing second. Are we really saying that that Benfica finish above? Because yeah, Maccabi Haifa aren't doing anything. I think we agree on that. But are we really saying Juve are finishing third?
It just depends because like I don't rate Allegri's terrible, but it depends who comes back. Like how long would
without Pogba? I mean, they've got Di Maria. They've got
how long is he out for?
They've got what's his name again? Thingy. His
Bremer.
back injury.
No.
Is Chiesa back?
Chiesa, that's it. Is Antonio Chiesa's back? Is he not?
No, I don't think he's back.
He's not. He hasn't played yet.
Yeah,
but
right,
I think he's coming back soon.
Soon, okay. So if they can bring Chiesa and if they can bring Chiesa back, then and Pogba's back. I mean,
but
can they do
you see Pogba playing?
The way I see it is that like Pogba wants to go to the World Cup, and I think that he's not going to play that much until the World Cup is over. So if Juventus can get out of that group, then okay, they might be dangerous when he comes back. But up until this point, they need to qualify, and I'm not sure how Benfica obviously were in Barcelona's group last season, am I correct? And obviously were able to come second in a group with Bayern and Barcelona in it. So they're known with the pressure. And I would argue that Barcelona side, to a certain extent, was probably better than Juve were. Even though Juve got through, I think they were still better. I mean, yeah, so they do have Jalovic and they do have Di Maria as well. So they are going to be a threat, no doubt. It's just the manager. Europa League predictions later on. If I can find a Europa League generator, I'm going to try because United, reasons and stuff. I mean, they're going to be teams here that people don't know about. They're actually going to be teams here that people don't actually. Oh, actually, do I have one? Oh yeah, I do. Hey, I know this is the Champions League, but hey, I've got a Europa League draw simulator. So yes, I'll down. So I'll put my Europa League predictions on in a second. We'll have a mini draw like of the Champions League. So stay tuned for that once we finish this. Make sure you like the video as well. By the way, like the video and subscribe, guys, if you're new. Really appreciate it. So I would be on camera, but my computer is overheating. So just going around finally, guys. Thoughts on who finished second in Group H?
Juve.
I'm actually gonna go the other side. I'm saying Benfica.
Benfica lost Darwin Núñez. They don't have.
But I do believe in Goncalo Ramos. I think he's a talented striker.
Overrated anyway, but
go on. And I think even the striker that they have now, Ramos, who I even watched last year, even though Nunes was the main scorer, he looked like a very interesting talent, very interesting striker as well, and very clinical as well, in my opinion. So I think yes, I think Benfica do have a chance to finish second. So I say Benfica.
Antonio?
I think Benfica will be, well, I guess they'll challenge Juventus for sure, because I think the Portuguese league is pretty underrated, and they have really good technical players. They have some good players. They easily qualified, like in the qualifiers, they were destroying teams. But I think Juventus is going to finish above them, of course, and I just have them in third place in the group for sure.
Before I get to you, I'm going to quickly read a super chat. Thank you so much for the $9 super chat. Appreciate it, FT Junior. If Barcelona drop back to European League, as in Europa League, we'll need an emergency hangout. I think I would say yes or no. It depends on how they play, I think. I think that it's definitely more of an indictment this season than it was last season, talking about how much they spent. But you can make an argument that this group is harder than it was last season, because I'd make an argument that Inter are a better team than Benfica were last season. And Bayern maybe slightly worse, slightly better. It remains to be seen. So yeah, there definitely will be another conversation. But I would save the emergency hangout for if they get knocked out of the Europa League like they were against Frankfurt. So that's what I would do. But thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Who hasn't sort of given their prediction? Sorry, about who's going to be second in Group H?
Me, I think.
Oh, go on, Smashy. Yeah.
I think Benfica will do it.
Okay.
I just don't trust Allegri.
Fair enough. So he heard. So Juventus probably in the Europa League. That's what people. I mean, Benfica lost Darwin Nunes, as we said. Paredes. Juve aren't dropping to Europa League. Come on, guys. Well,
no, I just said I just believe it depends who's playing. If it's only gonna be Di Maria, then I'm a little bit concerned. But if you say Pogba's gonna come back and he plays for at least 80%, then I think Juventus could make it through. Yeah, so it depends all on who's gonna be playing.
Right, guys. So we're just about to round up, but just for those who obviously who support teams that are in the Europa League next season, that are going to be watching, we're going to just do a brief Europa League prediction simulator. So I'm going to quickly just stop sharing this and share this screen here. So if anyone can see that, for the unfortunate teams that are, or players that are in the Europa League. So those are your 4 pots, at least from my understanding anyway. So this is the only one I can find.
Look at the teams in pot 4. Wow.
ARDS.
Yes, Antonio.
Milinkovic-Savic is going to show you guys something. Like, he's going to show off, I think, this year.
Well, I'm going to do this draw, and hopefully he's. Well, we can't. I don't think we can face him anyway because he's Lazio in pot 1. So Arsenal, Dinamo Kiev, Lazio, United, Olympiacos, Red Star, Roma, Sporting Braga all in pot 1. This pot 4 team. So, jeez, man. Storm Graz.
Who are these clubs?
Storm Graz, man.
I've never seen Omonia, Nicosia, Royal Union,
Nicosia.
Storm Graz.
Yeah. Jeez,
I know AEK, Helsinki, Nantes, Trabzonspor, and Zurich. I just don't know any of those 3.
Trabzonspor, if I remember, were in the Champions League stage at one point, I think, if I remember. Yeah, I mean, I think Border Glimt, Fenerbahce, everyone knows Fenerbahce, Freiburg, Michelin's.
No offense, RDS. These teams look depressing, man. I feel sorry for you, man.
Europa League sucks.
It sucks so bad.
The Europa League group stages suck. It's as soon as the teams drop into the Champions League, that's when it gets interesting.
That's true.
So as soon as like Barca, Dortmund, and Juve drop into the Europa League, then that's when it gets good. And they will. Okay, let's start this draw. Let me start this draw. Let me click this. What's it doing? Okay,
Oh,
there we go.
Real Sociedad
Wait.
Lazio.
Where's United? And
There it is.
No.
Yeah, United already group that top of the group right there.
You have to be careful of Sheriff audience.
Whoa, there you go. So a lot more quicker than the Champions League one, selecting the pots. So yeah, I mean, United. To be honest, actually, this United group is actually obviously United should to top the group. But Sheriff, they did beat Real Madrid last season. Malmo,
Where even is Malmo? Just asking.
So they're a Swedish team.
Sweet. Oh, they're the Swedish one. Oh.
Swedish team, yeah. And then Arsenal, obviously, they have Fenerbahce
That's a tough group to be
on a
honest.
good day. And actually,
that's a tough group.
Rennes are actually Arsenal played Rennes, if I remember, in Europa League. Was that last season?
No, it wasn't last season.
Or the season before that?
Probably the season before that. Yeah. Maybe.
And Helsinki, you'd expect them to do it really. So, Jose Mourinho is obviously Roma. This is probably actually the hardest group, I think, because Border Glimt did quite well in the Conference League last season. Feyenoord, obviously Dutch League and obviously Roma. So, but yeah, I mean, this is the Europa League stages for frauds right now. It only gets interesting in the knockout stages anyway. So, but just for those who have teams in there,
PSV should top their group since there's a PSV fan.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna read in the comments again. So where's PSV again?
Group 5.
PSV, Eindhoven, Freiburg, Royal Union, Olympiacos.
Yeah, they should top that group.
They should top that group. They should definitely top that group.
I think Freiburg is actually quite good, and I like them managers, so I'm rooting for them.
It's difficult to really make any long-term predictions just because of the drop into the Champions League. Sorry, the clubs that drop out from the Champions League into the Europa League for this competition. But yeah, if this is what Manchester United get, then I expect Ten Hag to use kits.
Yeah,
maybe not against Sheriff. I won't sleep on Sheriff because I won't sleep on them. And possibly Malmo, but Ammonia, yeah, they've got to play the kids on Ammonia, man. Let just go, they just go. Quickly, some comments here. Yeah, Darwin Núñez was important to Benfica in finishing by Barcelona. He scored a lot of goals. That is true. Says yes, emergency. Barcelona half their club only to get. Yes, okay, that is true. Okay, yeah. If they go into Europa League, then yeah, we'll be talking about how Barcelona sold their soul only to drop into Europa League again. Juventus lost 3-0 at home to Villa last season. Which is dumb. No excuses for Arteta. Yeah, if he gets this group, no excuses for Arteta, man. Arsenal final minimum at least. Agreed.
Yeah, Arsenal should win it minimum.
Well, it depends on who drops in from the Champions League.
It depends.
Yeah, that's why it's difficult to call it because if I don't know, like I said, Barca drop in, then you don't know. Paradise, I don't think Barcelona are better than Inter Milan now. Maybe in a few years they can become contenders for Champions League. Europa League is a relevant trophy. I mean, it's only really relevant if you want to get into the Champions League, which for me is the purpose of it. It's a trophy, and you get Champions League football like Frankfurt did. RDS, what group do you want to see? Well, this is a reasonable group for United, to be honest, bro. Yunde says, nice Roma final again. Yes, that's true. They did play in the final, didn't they? It was Roma final in the Conference League final, wasn't it? If this happens. Yeah. And Roma, they're winning the Conference League final. They got a Europa League spot. Yay! I guess weird. Isn't Malmo FC? It is Ibra's home club. Yeah, Ibra's Swedish home club.
Yes.
Real Sociedad so is Newcastle. Yeah, so that I think they might. I won't say they'll struggle
They
because
might struggle.
he only scored 6 goals, I think, in La Liga. Juve versus Roma on the weekend is interesting. Yep. And Conference League is money, just a front for UEFA money laundering scheme. It used to be Europa, but too many big teams started to drop in it. Yeah, I actually don't disagree with that, to be honest. Because I think it's clear that it's a third competition. I can understand at least with the Europa League that there's that a team winning that gets the Champions League and can potentially play CFL, which is very, very lucrative. I get that, but the UEFA Conference League doesn't have to happen, and it's really only for sport teams, as you said, to kind of money launder around different places. But yeah, that's your Europa League draw, guys. Like, clip it. Maybe I'll match it against the Europa League draw next tomorrow, and maybe we'll see if it matches. That's what I'm following. Roma didn't get a Europa League spot because they won the Conference League. They got the Europa League ticket in the league, and because Roma was already going to Europa League already. Also, is that how it worked?
Okay.
So Roma did get Europa League because they won.
These rules are so weird.
Because I thought that that doesn't work for the Europa League final, because if the person who wins the Europa League final wins it, but then the Champions League spots, the Champions League spot apparently goes to the next highest coefficient team in whatever's league or something. At least.
But it's an extra reward, I guess, because it's a third tier competition. So they want teams to want to get to the final minimum. So there's like a reward for not just winning it, but making it to the final. I guess it's the extra.
Jorenda, who's because obviously this Jorenda, which is a Divisi. Actually, reach out to me because if Manchester United, my DM is We United at Twitter. If you want to follow me, because if Gakpo or Anthony does come to Manchester to United, it'd be good to just have some Eredivisie fans to just give us a tactical breakdown of it. So my Twitter, actually, I'll just put it in the comments here, is at We Are United X, because we could use more Eredivisie fans on the channel as well. So I appreciate it. What he is saying is Roma would have gotten Europa regardless of winning or losing the final thing. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Ronaldo, Casemiro, Varane. Oh dear.
No way Ronaldo's staying. No way.
I need to see that when I need to see that when the Europa League Twitter account is talking about Cristiano.
Ronaldo's terminating his contract before that.
Yeah.
Happened.
You know what's a shame? A player like Casemiro playing in the Europa League. I feel bad for him.
Shocking.
Hey guys, Milan's gonna get Ronaldo apparently.
That'd be good.
No, there's no way but that.
Di Marzio just tweeted and said that if we sell Leao, we can have enough to pay for Ronaldo's wages, and we're going to bring him in. Because I think Ronaldo is just scrambling for teams in the UCL, and I think Milan are a good option for him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a great option.
Yeah, but he would. He would disrupt
AC Milan should never sell Leao. Sorry.
Yeah,
not for Ronaldo.
Go ahead.
I was going to just say, just as final thoughts, just going around so that we finish. Who are people predicting to win the Champions League? So Chainsaw first, then Antonio, then Jez, then Samasi.
Let me think about it. Okay. It could either be Bayern have a chance. As much as I'm not a big fan of Bayern, I think they have a really strong chance.
What did Bayern do that you hate them? What did Bayern do to you?
Oh, there's a long list. I don't have time for that. but I'm giving you props. I think Bayern could do it. Real is definitely in the conversation, but I think it's the year that PSG finally win it, because that front three is clicking, and if it clicks throughout the season, and if Neymar or Messi win the World Cup, then yeah, it's a wrap. PSG are winning it, in my opinion.
Antonio?
Yeah,
So-
I think there's like, I guess, a handful of teams. Maybe I would say City, Bayern, Real Madrid, PSG, because I think that their coach is actually pretty competent this year, and he's going to prioritize, realistic formations instead of just like crazy unbalanced formations. And I don't want to miss anyone out. But I think those are the only teams that I would say have proven themselves, to be capable of winning. I mean, not that City and PSG have won, but they've gone into the deep in the UCL the past few years. They have great players, and they have good coaches. So I think they're going to be dangerous. So I would say just those 4 teams.
Jez?
I think it's gonna be PSG, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that thinks Real Madrid will do it again?
They can do it.
They're gonna be up there, one of the favorites in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I feel like
They were the
this
favorites
could-
against PSG last season, and everyone remember what happened there.
Yeah, but Messi wasn't the same last season.
I think it's a weird, but it depends all on the draws as well. Like if PSG get like an easy draw all the way to the semis, it looks different.
Yeah, that's true.
And obviously, they only played Madrid because they finished second in the group to City, didn't they?
Yeah.
So chances are they're going to top this group that they're in, as will City do. So they won't even play Real Madrid unless somehow Madrid comes second, which they won't. They probably won't face them. They're probably not going to face the in quotes second difficult team in the first instance. Unless someone gets injured during the World Cup or something like that. Samasi, who do you think is gonna win the Champions League?
It's gonna be the year of the oil. One of the oil clubs is gonna win it, and I'm gonna hate it. So it's gonna be either PSG or Man City. I would say.
I'm not interested. It's just I just think we've just said this so many times in the last like 5 years. Like it's always been, it's gonna be PSG or City. It's gonna be PSG or City. It's gonna be every single year people say City and the favorites, and every single year Pep like decides to overthink things and gets his ass handed to him. So it's like at some point it becomes a trend where you're like, I can't say that City or PSG are favorites because they have
yes, PSG have a serious manager though this time, and Pep has his faults.
Yeah.
Pep could do something. He could go
not a
far.
serious manager. Tuchel went to Chelsea and won the Champions League, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Galata,
No.
With Galata though, like I think he knows exactly what he's doing in terms of getting the best out of the players and how to use it. Like there's one thing I did say about Posh. Like I knew he's not going to win the Champions League. I called it from straight away because I had a feeling he's trying to implement what he was trying at Tottenham, and you can't do what you try to do at Tottenham at PSG. I feel Galante, he adjusted where like he got a system now that fits with the players. So I feel like Hakimi can play at his best now. Ramos, there's not too much pressure playing in the back four now. Mendes, I think he's a good attacking fullback as well. And then there's a good cohesion in that midfield, and the front three has been killing it all season so far. So I feel like it's a lot of pressure on him, but if he can do it, he would get a lot of praise, like a lot of praise. Because I rate him as a manager, I do.
Yes, Chainsaw, yeah.
You know the magic team for Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, even Spurs is if any of us get Porto or any Portuguese team, there's a correlation that means that English team will minimum get to the final. So if Liverpool get Porto in the last 16 or Man City get in the last 16, those Portuguese teams seem to like have an effect that once those English teams beat those Portuguese teams, they start bouncing straight through because they're in an easy.
Do those English teams or those English teams actually end up winning the final?
No, that is because we beat Benfica. We went to the final and we lost. But when we won it, we beat Porto, and when Chelsea won it, they beat Porto. There's always this. You have to have this one easy tie, and the Portuguese teams are the perfect punching bags for us English teams to make it to at least the final. So you don't be surprised if Chelsea, Liverpool, or even Spurs, God forbid, make it to the final and actually win it.
Okay, Chainsaw. Obviously, you did say that Nunes and Trent and Salah would drop hat-tricks against United, and that didn't happen.
Forget about that. That's old news, man.
No, it's just about when someone makes predictions and the predictions don't come true and then go into hiding.
We're still winning 5 trophies, but we move.
This is great. It's good to hear Chainsaw come back. So get that Madrid top off, man. Get that Madrid top off.
I can't lie, man. Chainsaw. I can't lie, bro. When I was watching the Liverpool Manchester United game, bro, when they showed me Central C on the seats, and that, I was thinking, like, I think this is what his best position is, to be honest. Like, I don't know, man. But that Nunes thing, that central thing, it's not working out so far. Like, Klopp needs to fix up ASAP. He needs to fix up.
We need to sign a midfielder ASAP. Just like United need to sign De Jong or someone else in that team. But there's only 1 week left. Cristiano's leaving, so it's not looking good for United. Liverpool not signing a centre mid, not looking good. I'm not sure about Spurs. I think you might sign someone maybe, but you had a really good window.
I think our window been overrated. I can't lie, but it's for another day.
Oh yeah, it might be slightly overrated, but it wasn't the worst window for you guys. AC Milan's having a great window as long as they don't lose anyone, and then Bayern Munich, they already won the Bundesliga, unfortunately.
Let me quickly read some comments. And we're gonna bounce. Oh, by the way, next week we are.
Can I say something?
Go on, Smasher, go on.
I realized a lot of English teams have a problem in the midfield. I don't know what's going on because Liverpool needs a midfielder, Chelsea needs a midfielder, and Man United did the midfielder. I don't know what's going on over there, but they're not all. How have Wolverhampton have a better midfield than Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool at the moment?
And it's a Portuguese connection that they have.
Yeah,
maybe
they even got a better midfield than us as well. Like, our midfield stinks, man. It's sad.
You got Basuma. Basuma's a good.
But that's not enough though. Like, we still got Benteke and Højbjerg.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Yeah.
True.
It's just not good.
So just quickly with your comments, we're going to bounce. Duran says, "Will Ronaldo even play in the Europa League? Probably not. Ronaldo should have gone to Moscow Napoli when he had the chance. This is the year, PSG boys. It better be, because if it's not, then I think if City or PSG don't win the Champions League within the year, then no one could tell me. Well, they still got some of their big clubs, but if they don't win it this year, then I don't want to hear any of this big club nonsense. You've been in the Champions League long enough that compared to other clubs and spent way more money than other clubs and still haven't won it. PSG win this year. Madrid, says FC Joe, I agree. Well, PSG might not win it, but they are going far. Yeah. I think they'll go to quarterfinals at least, unless there's another shock, like Spurs winning. Liverpool losing Thiago too much time, and Nunes having anger problems could cause issues for Liverpool. No, I mean, Nunes apparently is on track to scoring 30 goals as per Chainsaw. Abbas says Spurs. You guys think Spurs can beat Liverpool? Yeah, Spurs can't.
We showed that we can beat them, but one game we just had bad finishing. I think we can.
If Real Madrid lose their number 10, they are weak. If Real Madrid lose Modric, Real Madrid can't play like how they did last year. They had a lot of luck and things go their way. I don't see them winning. But this is the thing. But we say that about Real Madrid so many times. That's the problem. Just like when people say, "Oh, City are favorites." People said last year City and PSG are favorites to win the CL. They said it the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. And it's like, at some point, when something, what's the old saying? So fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, 4, 5. That's a trend. So I just think that this is what Real Madrid play on, because people always underestimate Real Madrid going into these leagues, and you shouldn't underestimate them. And Tukmini and Camavinga could potentially stand up.
But if they lose Benzema to injury, then
then that'll be a problem.
you
I
can't
agree,
replace that.
problem. Apparently, you're smoking something, Chainsaw.
I'm smoking 5 trophies. That's what it is.
Oh dear! I'm saying it. Arsenal reach Europa League final. They might. We're barely money, and we have Cornish on my days. AC Milan hashtag we are so poor. The biggest issue is the transfer market. AC Milan is Antonio. Tell them. Antonio, you finishing up. How far do you think that AC Milan can actually go?
I mean, I've seen teams that like Villarreal who are tactically sound that have gone far. I think realistically the goal that our club has is to make it to the round of 16. But as a fan, I would like to see us at least reach the quarterfinals, and then that would be really nice. If I think if we do well against some top teams there, but anything can happen. Uh, nice. Yeah, this is Kangu. He's always a trolling the Milan fans, but I will say this transfer market hasn't been crazy, but we have improved our attack, which I think was a problem last year. We only scored. I mean, we scored against Liverpool, but Liverpool. I think we just had those brief moments where we strung it together, but we had a lot of injuries, and so we improved our depth. And as long as we don't sell Leao, then I think we're gonna have we have De Ketelaere now. Origi came in. Giroud looks really good, and we have some players that can provide depth in our attack. So I think we'll be better this year, and injuries won't be as big of a problem, hopefully. So yeah, I think that's like the realistic expectation for us.
Right, we're gonna bounce. Add 74, man. I see you in the back, but we are rounding up, unfortunately. So sorry about it, mate. But I will. What's the next live show? Yeah, members hangout will be this. We've got. So let me think. Thanks so much anyway for everyone who's watched and joined the stream. Really, really appreciate it. And make sure you like the video, subscribe to Red Devil Studio if you're new. Follow us on Twitter, We Are United X. Also, consider subscribing to my second channels, Red Marvel and Red Devil Studio Extra. Links are in the description. Red Devil Studio Extra is a clips channel. I'll be posting my instant reactions to matches on that. And Red Marvel is like an entertainment video game channel where I try and post movie reviews, etc. So if you like this channel, subscribe to those other channels. I'd really appreciate it. This week we've got the Southampton preview. That's actually going to be at 10:30. So it's 2 hours before kickoff. So I think United are playing at 12:30. I think. No, sorry, they're playing at 3. So it'll be a 1 o'clock show, guys. BST against Southampton. And then the members hangout will be doing a members hangout on Sunday just to recap the week. So maybe stay tuned for that. Thanks everyone on the panel. Thanks everyone on the stream. Have a nice day, everyone. And cheers. Peace.
Bye.